Sergeant Joshua's down, Veteran Sergeant Saul Vox back to the chapter keep. I repeat, Sergeant Joshua's down. He's in critical condition in need of immediate evac, along with many of our scouts and the miners that are with us. Do you have the samples, was Apothecary Nereus' reply. Yes. We have cleansed the nest and have several of what appear to be their eggs. Some might even still have live specimens in them. I don't know how safe they are to be kept alive. Noted, Veteran Sergeant. The apothecary paused for a moment and thought, calculating his next move. If we are to save as many of our brethren as possible, I believe that I should join you on the front. Otherwise, they will wait longer for my aid. If you feel that is necessary, Saul was uneasy about this decision. The enemy is numerous here. We might need more troops than I originally anticipated. If you are implying that I'm unable to... The apothecary was suddenly cut off by Techmarine Laertes. Sergeant, the sound of concern was hinted in the Techmarine's confident tone. Orbital augurs are detecting a large movement of troops heading towards your area. It appears to be more feral Tyranids, although I cannot be certain. If you stay where you are, I fear you will be overwhelmed. The Emperor protects, Techmarine. I do not fear the Xenos filth, nor their plague. Something, however, nagged at Saul that things were worse than he could imagine. He pushed that thought back. Drop Site Gamma is not far from where we are. It is a defensible area. Send transports immediately to evac the dead and wounded and to bring additional troops. It will be done. Thunderhawk Vindication, along with an escort of Storm Ravens and Storm Talons, will be sent immediately, along with the complement of troops to help. Thank you, Techmarine. Men, make haste to Drop Site Gamma. The Emperor will see us there, and then we will purge this Xenos threat from the jungles. Meanwhile, in a secret room deep under the jungles of Erithul. My lord, I don't think the time to strike is now. The cultist was definitely nervous to be standing in the presence of the robed figure, even if he was more prostrating than actually standing. How dare you question my orders, was the figure's reply. But my lord, the infested Tyranids are too numerous. We will need the Space Marines' help to purge them all. I only ask that we hold off on your plan for a while longer. The robed figure breathed in slowly, calming itself, and seeing the reason behind the cowering cultist's request. Very well, it finally said, after what seemed like an eternity to the cultist. Tell your contact on the surface to delay the attack. Our forces are already inbound on the Space Marine position. They will be ready when the time comes to strike and remove them as a threat. Thy will be done. The cultist hurried out of the chamber, not wanting to risk any further offense. The figure sat down on its throne, crossing two of its three arms. Closing its eyes, it concentrated, feeling the will of its master not too far away. Their conversation was brief, sharing mostly imagery and thought patterns more than words. Mutations grow stronger. The master, while devoid of normal human emotions, definitely showed signs of worry. Must ascend. Yes, master, we are close. The diseased Tyranids will soon be purged, the Space Marines along with them. Our path will then be open to join our brethren, and soon after, the great ones. Send my children. So soon, master, we might be revealed. Nothing to stop us. Yes, master, thy will be done. Ascension draws near. And with a simple thought, large groups of 3 and 4 armed hybrids rose from their slumber and headed towards the surface. Back on the surface. This is PDF Commander Lucius Ocano signaling any Space Marines in the area. We are aware that you need assistance and have several troops in the area ready to help. Saul furrowed his brow before answering, his sniper rifle trained on the incoming Tyranids. What are they doing in the area? Another scout voiced Saul's own thoughts. Many feral Tyranids already lay destroyed around the drop site, the defenses belching out bolter rounds and cannon shells to slow their advance. Probably hunting the escaped miner, Saul said. Either way, we can use their help. Saul signaled through his vox. Commander Ocano, this is Veteran Sergeant Saul Tellux of the Sentinels of the Forge 10th Company. We are grateful for your assistance. We have many dead and wounded and are waiting for evac. Converge on our position at Drop Site Gamma with all haste. The Tyranids are already here in great numbers. Yes, my lord. We will arrive shortly. It will be an honor to fight alongside you. I have already lost many troops to the Tyranids, but they seem to be drawn away from our position to where you are. Affirmative, Commander. We have obtained precious cargo that the Tyranids seem intent to take from us. But, Emperor willing, they will meet their deaths before any more of my brethren fall. Saul pulled the trigger and watched with satisfaction as a large Tyranid warrior took the round directly to its infested head, falling lifelessly to the ground. Welcome to Drop Site Gamma, where Veteran Sergeant Saul and all of his valiant Scout Space Marines and a few miners are going to have to hold off. We've got quite the fortification here, which is why they fell back here in the first place. We've got lots of anti-air, which they're still twin links, so they can still hurt some stuff on the ground too. And if anything, flyer related shows up, then they'll be really well equipped to do that too. So we have the Saul at the back there in one of the vehicle or one of the buildings. That was actually where they're able to re-equip a lot of their supplies. And this is Nathaniel, right?
That is Nathaniel.
And he's got his perfectly legal squad of 2 heavy bolters with Hellfire ammunition and 3 bolters, and then himself. And they're on this one bunker that has the 2 quad las cannons. Yeah, baby. And this is all part of the Imperial defense line stuff. And then we've got the landing pad, which is, of course, the Sky Shield landing pad, which is obviously where the Thunderhawks and the Storm Ravens and Storm Talons come. And they've managed to turn on one of the land speeders that was actually here, and it's equipped with a heavy flamer, which is nice. Doesn't have chapter tactics, so it doesn't get the benefits of the salamanders re-rolling to wound, but still it'll be very effective against the large swarms that are coming against them. And then we've got our scout biker squad, and then our 3 surviving miners. This is a very, very straightforward survive the waves of bad guys until your reinforcements arrive. We do have some PDF, Planetary Defense Force, reinforcements coming, which we'll take a look at. And then the end reinforcements will be basically the ones that'll be able to purge the rest of the feral Tyranids from this drop site and secure the reinforcements. You can see the reserves for the PDF here. This is not a legal Astra Militarum anything. This is a narrative campaign, so we are using the Astra Militarum rules for how they work. For example, this is a platoon command squad, so it can issue 1 order. It's got a heavy bolter, then just las guns. And then we've got kind of a quasi special weapons team, not a legit one, of course. 2 flamers, 3 las guns. A regular platoon squad, lots of las guns, and a las cannon. They're going to be inside of a Tarox with a twin-linked autocannon, whereas the command squad will be inside of a Chimera with a heavy flamer, a multi-laser, and a... what's the other one?
Heavy stubber.
Heavy stubber, thank you. And they, of course, can fire at the top and also use the las guns. So these ones will show up from reserve, and starting in turn 2, you can start to roll for them, but it's 4+ on turn 2, then 3+, then 2+, then automatic. And then we've got the big boys who will show up much later, and so you'll find out later on when they're actually going to show up. And once these guys show up, well, it's game over for the Tyranids, at least in this area. You might be wondering why these guys just don't go through and purge all the other nests. The problem is the jungles are far too dense for these flyers to be able to operate, which is why they have to come to these specialized drop sites in order to resupply and bring reinforcements to the Marines. I'm going to roll off for who gets to go first. 6 and 6, so let's re-roll that. 2 and 4. So Space Marines, turn 1.
I have the land speeder move up first, and he's just going to go to the edge of the landing pad for now. Bikes are going to move up as well.
Avoiding the trenches so they don't have to take dangerous terrain tests.
Yes. Miners going to move themselves up as well. Starting off shooting, we're going to have Saul squad shoot the missile launchers into that Ravener. Saul's going to forgo his shooting to give his ballistic skill out to the missile launchers. So show me 2s with preferred enemy.
There you go.
And then 2s to wound.
3 insta-killing wounds. He does have 5 up cover thanks to intervening models, but he is just barely dead. 3 missiles come flying through, a couple of them impact into the trees, the other one splats right into the Ravener, exploding them.
Next, I'm going to put the heavy bolters of the squad into the Hormigons in the middle of the board there. Just going to use standard rounds here, so looking for 3s to hit.
Nice.
2s to wound.
4 wounds. We have 5 up cover. Oh, 2 saved. Heavy bolter rounds is flying through here, the brush getting lit up, and 2 of the Hormigons get taken down.
Miners are going to run. Bikes are going to turbo boost. Land speeder's going to flat out. I think he's moving up over this way to support those bikes eventually.
We have automated defenses that have to fire at the nearest thing, so these 2 quad las cannons, we're just going to fire at the same time at these termagants. Well, they're sky fired, so they're snap firing on 6s, but they are twin linked. 2 hits. And 2s, it's 2 wounds with 5 up cover. Boom! As termagants move up, huge lasers just skim right through here, cutting down parts of the tree and taking out a couple termagants with them. 1 last cannon shot against these Hormigons. It's the closest thing you can see. 6s to hit. No. And then the quad gun will fire at the same Hormigons. 6s to hit. Twin linked.
Come on.
It's designed to fire in the sky, alright? These guys are a little on the ground. 2s to wound. That's a wound. That one is out in the open. Tyranids is bound forward. totally not caring about all the wounds that they just took, oblivious to the losses that they just had. Just going to overwhelm you with tons and tons of numbers. Or just 2 warriors. That seems to do the trick. Shooting phase, I'm out of range for shooting, so I'm just going to be running everything. So, ooh, Termagants are going to get a nice healthy 6-inch jump forward. 1 warrior, 5 inches. Looks like we're going to close that gap nice and quickly. Hormagaunts have fleet, 9 inches! If you thought you had a few rounds to shoot them down, boy were you wrong. These Hormagaunts up front, I'll use fleet. 5 inches only. Thankfully, even when they roll bad, they still get to move pretty far. And the warrior will go 2 inches, and then the Hormagaunts behind him will go 8 inches. Termagants will go 4 inches. These Hormagaunts will go 8 inches. Not re-rolling that one. I'm liking this. Get nice and close. This warrior is just going 2 inches, not too eager, and the Hormagaunts behind him going 9 inches. Just leaping forward. And Termagants on this side also going 6 inches. They are eager to retrieve what you stole. Veteran Sergeant Saul receives a Vox transmission from the Tech Marine, Laertes, warning him that he's picking up tremors, which is very unusual for this area. So, you've been warned. At the beginning of the Space Marine turn, on a 4+, all the reserves come in. Oh, they do arrive. This should be super easy, right, Josh?
Should.
Now we're going to count them as outflanking, kind of. More just that they're going to show up from one of the sides, just because it's totally blocked back there from all the trees. So it'll be 1, 2, 3, 4, and then 5, 6. Josh can choose. Go ahead. So it'll be on that side.
Have the Chimera come in here, and
Looking at cruising speed.
6.
Won't be able to fire the heavy flamer, but he's got lots of other weapons.
Have the Taurochs come in right here behind the Gaunts.
They didn't hear it coming.
Have the Flamer Squad come in right up here, nice and close to all my defensives.
Don't want to lose your flamer squad right away.
Not right away. Scout bikes. Gonna move them to position to lay into the Gaunts there. Land speeder moving over to support in case everything goes terribly wrong. Gonna have the miners start moving towards the bunker complex. Saul squad's going to open up on the warrior over there. Saul's going to give up his shooting to allow the missile launchers to use his ballistic skill, so looking for 2s. Preferred enemy.
Yeah, good thing. 2s to wound. Preferred enemy. 3 wounds, all insta-killing. But we do have 5 up cover. Oh, he's gone. 2 of the missiles crash into this warrior, just destroying it completely, leaving very few parts left.
Chimera is going to fire its multi-laser straight ahead into the Hormagaunts. 3 shots, looking for 4s to hit.
Nope.
Going to fire the heavy subber now, see if I do a little bit better.
Snap firing. 1 hit. And then wounding on 3s. That's a wound. And they're AP 6, so it kills 1.
Going to snap fire the heavy bolter with the squad inside out of the top.
Hitting on 6s. Nothing. And 1 last gun.
He'll kill 1.
No, nope.
Autocannon on top of the Taurochs and fire into the Gants ahead of them. See if we can't hit, looking for 4s.
2 hits. It was twin link though, just in case.
Yeah.
And 2s to wound. Kill 2 of them. Rat-tat-tat in from the autocannon, shreds 2 of the termagants.
Next up, Nathaniel squad's going to start with the heavy bolters going into the warrior there. Show me 3s to hit.
4 hits. 3s to wound. 3 wounds, enough to kill him, but he gets cover. 5 up, he's got 3 wounds. Oh, he gets through all 3 of them. Heavy bolter ammunition unloads on it, taking the poor soul's head finally off. Looks like it was on its way anyways.
Bikes are up next. We're going to have the twin link bolters go. Looking for 3s to hit twin link.
Yeah, because Joshua's not there anymore to give his Ballistic Skill 5. 3s to wound, no saves. Ooh, only 1. Bolter's shredding the Hormagaunt out front, but the other ones seem unscathed.
Yeah, the grenade launcher's next. 1 is in rapid fire range, the other's not. Crack grenades going in.
Oh, just 1. 2s. No, it does nothing.
Cerberus launcher from the land speeder is going to go right on top of his head. Where's it going to scatter to?
Ooh, way off.
Hitting nothing.
Yeah, nothing.
Flamer squad's going to run 2 inches.
Not very far. But hey, it's not nothing.
Miners over there going to run
6 inches. They're knocking on the door of the compound. Let us in! Please let us in! And our automated defenses, last cannons, closest target are the termagants. Hitting on
6s.
Oh right, because they're snap firing. Because they're skyfire. But they're twin linked. Booyah. 2s to wound. Oh, double 1!
Of course.
No, no. This last cannon will fire at those Hormagants. 6 to hit. Nope. And the quad gun at the same Hormagants. 6s because he's snap firing. Nothing, but twin linked. Whoa, 3
there
hits.
We go.
3s to wound. Or sorry, 2s to wound. What was I saying? 5 up cover for the intervening models. Yep. No, they're all dead. Quad gun just lights up this area, bullets exploding the grass all around them, and they are not there when it's finished. We have to see if these guys flee. Leadership 6. They do, and they're going to have to fall back 6 inches, and they're going to have to go... Well, they can't go that way, so the closest 6 inches towards the back will be this way. Even over the sound of all the fighting and the bolt gun rounds and the quad gun and everything else, the rumbling becomes very, very apparent. And sure enough, huge, diseased Trigon pops out of the ground. But let's see where he actually pops out. Oh, right there. That is exactly where he pops out. And some Raveners pop up with him, going back 7 inches. Come crashing through the defense lines, which will be a dangerous terrain test. Dangerous terrain, and these dice are basically in the order of these. So first, second, third. No, they're fine. The scouts here notice that the brush moves, and then a chameleoned lictor reveals itself, getting ready to launch itself at them. On this side, more reinforcements for the Tyranids arrive. Some termagants and a warrior. And a group of feral hormagants as well. See if these 3 termagants regroup. Leadership 6. They do! They are insane! So they head towards the hill. Termagants here, moving up, try to get in flush bore range of the scouts. The hormagants are right behind them, soon to be in front of them. These hormagants come streaming around this one side of the tree, followed by the termagants right behind them. The warrior just lumbering forward. These hormagants head towards the hill as well, wanting to engage as soon as possible. And these hormagants will advance as well. In the shooting phase, the termagants with their flesh bores unloading the chimera, hitting on 4s. Oh, and they all land, but they need 6s just to glance, and one of them glances. The warrior will run. He's not allowed to engage in close combat the turn he's arriving. Not in this one. And the hormagants will be right in front of him, going 9 inches because of their plus 3 inch run rule for their bounding leap. I think only 2 of these termagants are in range. Yeah, 2 of them are in range to fire at the scouts in the bunker. Hitting on 4s. Oh, they both connect though. And they wound on 4s, but the scouts just shrug it off. These Hormagaunts will run. I will use Fleet to reroll that 1 and make it a 5, so an 8-inch run. So they're bounding forward quite quickly. Hormagaunts here will run, also going 8 inches, closing that gap as fast as Tyrannidly possible. Termagants will run 2 inches, not seeming to be quite as anxious to get there. And the warrior will run 3 inches, not outpacing the Termagants. A couple of flesh hooks come flying into the lictor at the scouts. Hitting on 4s, 2 hits. Wounding on 2s, strength 6, so 2 wounds, AP nothing though.
4 up scout armor save.
Oh, one of them goes down. A flesh hook punctures through the first one's armor, and he falls to the ground. Sergeant Joshua is down, Veteran Sergeant Saul walks back to the chapter keep. I repeat, Sergeant Joshua is down. He's in critical condition in need of immediate evac, along with many of our scouts and the miners that are with us. Do you have the samples, was Apothecary Nereus' reply. Yes, we have cleansed a nest and have several of what appear to be their eggs. Some might even still have live specimens in them. I don't know how safe they are to be kept alive. Noted, Veteran Sergeant. The apothecary paused for a moment and thought, calculating his next move. If we are to save as many of our brethren as possible, I believe that I should join you on the front. Otherwise, they will wait longer for my aid. If you feel that is necessary, Saul was uneasy about this decision. The enemy is numerous here. We might need more troops than I originally anticipated. If you are implying that I'm unable to... The apothecary was suddenly cut off by Techmarine Laertes. Sergeant, the sound of concern was hinted in the Techmarine's confident tone. Orbital augurs are detecting a large movement of troops heading towards your area. It appears to be more feral Tyranids, although I cannot be certain. If you stay where you are, I fear you will be overwhelmed. The Emperor protects Techmarine. I do not fear the Xenos filth, nor their plague. Something, however, nagged at Saul that things were worse than he could imagine. He pushed that thought back. Drop site Gamma is not far from where we are. It is a defensible area. Send transports immediately to evac the dead and wounded, and to bring additional troops. It will be done. Thunderhawk Vindication, along with an escort of Storm Ravens and Storm Talons, will be sent immediately, along with a complement of troops to help. Thank you, Techmarine. Men, make haste to drop site Gamma. The Emperor will see us there, and then we will purge this Xenos threat from the jungles. Meanwhile, in a secret room deep under the jungles of Erithul. My lord, I don't think the time to strike is now. The cultist was definitely nervous to be standing in the presence of the robed figure, even if he was more prostrating than actually standing. How dare you question my orders, was the figure's reply. But my lord, the infested Tyranids are too numerous. We will need the Space Marines' help to purge them all. I only ask that we hold off on your plan for a while longer. The robed figure breathed in slowly, calming itself, and seeing the reason behind the cowering cultist's request. Very well, it finally said, after what seemed like an eternity to the cultist. Tell your contact on the surface to delay the attack. Our forces are already inbound on a Space Marine position. They will be ready when the time comes to strike and remove them as a threat. Thy will be done. The cultist hurried out of the chamber, not wanting to risk any further offense. The figure sat down on its throne, crossing 2 of its 3 arms. Closing its eyes, it concentrated, feeling the will of its master not too far away. Their conversation was brief, sharing mostly imagery and thought patterns more than words. Mutations grow stronger. The master, while devoid of normal human emotions, definitely showed signs of worry. Must ascend. Yes, master, we are close. The diseased Tyranids will soon be purged, the Space Marines along with them. Our path will then be open to join our brethren, and soon after, the great ones. Send, my children. So soon, master, we might be revealed. Nothing to stop us. Yes, master, thy will be done. Ascension draws near. And with a simple thought, large groups of 3 and 4 armed hybrids rose from their slumber and headed towards the surface. Back on the surface. This is PDF Commander Lucius Ocano signaling any Space Marines in the area. We are aware that you need assistance and have several troops in the area ready to help. Saul furrowed his brow before answering, his sniper rifle trained on the incoming Tyranids. What are they doing in the area? Another scout voiced Saul's own thoughts. Many feral Tyranids already lay destroyed around the drop site, the defenses belching out bolter rounds and cannon shells to slow their advance. Probably hunting the escaped miner, Saul said. Either way, we can use their help. Saul signaled through his vox. Commander Ocano, this is Veteran Sergeant Saul Tellux of the Sentinels of the Forge 10th Company. We are grateful for your assistance. We have many dead and wounded and are waiting for evac. Converge on our position at drop site Gamma with all haste. The Tyranids are already here in great numbers. Yes, my lord. We will arrive shortly. It will be an honor to fight alongside you. I have already lost many troops to the Tyranids, but they seem to be drawn away from our position to where you are. Affirmative, Commander. We have obtained precious cargo that the Tyranids seem intent to take from us. But, Emperor willing, they will meet their deaths before any more of my brethren fall. Saul pulled the trigger and watched with satisfaction as a large Tyrannid warrior took the round directly to its infested head, falling lifelessly to the ground. Trigon fires its bioelectric field into the land speeder. Do you want to jink?
I will.
4 is to hit. Oh, 5 hits. Good call. And then 5 is to glance. Yeah, you would have died. 1 glance, 1 pen.
Try to jink against the pen first.
Jinked.
And the glance.
Also jinked. The electric pulse of the Trigon goes flying at the landspeeder storm, but the pilot quickly dodges out of the way, and it just hits harmlessly into the ground. The 3 rallying or regrouping termagants will snap fire their flesh bores at the bikes. 6 is to hit. Nothing. Hormagants back here will run because they're 12 inches away from the bikes. So now they are only going to be 4 inches away from the bikes as they run up 8 inches. And then into the assault phase, these Hormagants have a 10-inch charge against the scout bikers, who can overwatch.
Starting off with the 2 twin linked bolters, looking for 6s. Twin linked. Show me a 3 to wound.
You got him. One out front goes down, making this charge nigh impossible.
Now for the grenades, the front biker's still in rapid fire, so show me 6s with the grenades. 2 to wound.
1 more goes down. Which will make this charge, when he goes, a 12-inch charge with fleet. Need double 6s. Whoop. Let's reroll that one. Oh, I got 1 6. Fleet! Oh, did not make that charge.
Movement phase, these guys are going to jump to the hatch and get into that bunker. Miners are going to jump into this bunker. Landspeeder is going to move himself 6 to over there.
Then he yells over to these guys, "Get on board!" And they're like, "Oh, okay.
They're going to just
We get to ride on a land speeder!"
jump onto there. Torox is going to go for it. He's going to go 12, drive himself up to right here. Bikers are just going to move themselves around this way.
Ignoring the Trigon for now.
Not going to worry too much about orders because I don't think there's a whole lot here that can help me.
Your first rank, second rank could help, but you just don't know where you want to fire your heavy bolter.
Right.
So you want to commit it later on.
I do know that I want to fire the heavy flamer at the warrior there.
And it hits 4 Hormagants as well. 3s to wound the warrior. Oh.
I was going to get excited and do the...
You got a wound on the warrior, and then 2s to wound the Hormagants. 3 of them die. 3 Hormagants reel from the fire, do a little fire dance, and then fall to the ground. And the warrior set on fire, down to 2 of his wounds.
Multi-laser now into the warrior.
Hitting on 4s. 2 hits. 2s to wound, but a 4-up armor save against this one. Oh, save both of them.
Heavy stubber into him now. 4s to hit.
And then 4s to wound, but it's only strength 4. Oh, just 1 wound. Looks like you're going to need that heavy bolter after all. Oh, he's down to 1 wound. So 2 guys inside are going to fire at the warrior then.
Yep. Heavy. Show me 4s to hit.
Uh-oh. He's only got 1 wound left. 3s to wound, no saves. Oh, no!
Oh, no!
Double tap that last gun.
Get him. Get him.
1 hit. Wounded on 5.
All I need. Come on.
No! It survives. And 1 guy inside could fire this 1 last gun, so it's rapid fire though. Hit on 4s. Oh, never mind. He misses.
The miners are going to get the quad gun to shoot into that warrior, see if I can finish him off.
Snap firing and hitting on 6s.
Come on, show me some 6s.
No, but twin linked. Oh, 2 hits. 2s to wound. Oh no, just 1 wound because he's got a 5-up cover. Never has 5-up, looks so terrifying. Oh, he goes down. All the shots going through here really meant to fire at an air target, but still managed to hit their mark and finish off the wounded warrior.
Saul and his squad are going to shoot down into the Raveners. Starting off with the missile launchers.
Oh, before you roll, is Saul going to fire or not? Do you want the extra shot, or do you want everybody to be ballistic skill 6?
Everybody's going to be ballistic skill 6.
Okay. 2s to hit with the missiles. And then 2s to wound with the missiles. Preferred enemy. Each of these insta-kills, but I have 4-up cover being in the trenches. Oh, he insta-kills 2 of them with the 3 missile launchers and still has 3 sniper rifle shots.
On 2s.
And then we know 4s, 6s are rending-ish. 1 wound. 4 up cover. Not saved. 1 sniper finds its mark and wounds the next Ravener.
Spike's going to shoot crack grenades into the Hormagaunts ahead of them. Looking for 3s.
3 hit. And then 2s. 3 of them explode from the crack grenades.
Twin link bolters.
Hitting on 3s, twin linked. And then 3s to wound. That's cocked, reroll it. Got him. Hormagaunts get lit up by the bikes. Totally destroyed. But at what cost?
Torok's going to pivot, go flat out to right there. My bad. Landspeeder is going to flat out as well. Bring himself way over this way.
Not really a match for the Trigon. Find a better target.
Guys inside are going to step fire their heavy bolters into, let's say, the Hormagaunts. Looking for 6s.
Nope.
Sergeant Nathaniel is going to throw a grenade out the window. See where it scatters to.
Well, it's going off 2 inches, so it'll still hit 1 of them, plus 1 Hormagaunt from the other squad. So 4s to wound this one. No, and 4s to wound that one. Yes, that's AP 6, so it kills the one up front.
Bolters now into that Hormagaunt squad. Wounding you on 3s.
2 wounds. The 5 up cover save. Thanks to all that brush. No, the brush does not save them. 2 of them get shot up.
Automated weapons. These guys have to fire at that lictor.
Yeah, they have to fire at the nearest flyer or flying monstrous creature. And if there are none of those, then just nearest thing. So not nearest monstrous creature, unfortunately. Hitting on 6s. Twin linked, really hoping to hit because this lictor would be insta-killed by one of these shots.
Come on, get him.
Oh, 2 hits. 2s to wound. 1 wound, but he's got a 5 up cover with stealth. So 4 up cover. Not saved. 1 last cannon connects with the lictor. And all you hear is a and you're not quite sure if you can see the lictor anymore. You see parts of it.
Last cannon here has to go into the Trigon.
Well, and 1 lucky shot. 6s to hit. Oh! 2s to wound, no saves. There you go. Down to 5 out of 6 wounds. Lots of morale checks because you've been popping off our warriors. These 3 Hormagaunts, leadership 6, are staying where they are. These 2 Hormagaunts are also staying where they are. Oh, okay. These 2 Hormagaunts, not staying where they are. They're running back 6 inches. And a rather important one, the Ravener, leadership 6 as well, is running, and he falls back 3d6 inches. So 14. It scuttles over the bunker, coming over to here. A terrifying screech fills the air, and swooping down from the sky comes a horrid, infested, flying monstrous creature. Now it looks like a harpy, but it's actually a Hive Crone, so it has the ability to actually blast through those bunkers. See if that Ravener regroups. It does not. Ravener is going to fall back another 12 inches. Just scuttles over to here. See if these Hormagaunts regroup, and they do not, so they fall back a further 6, which won't take them off the table, but will make them pretty useless. Termagants will advance. Chimera's 10 on the side, so we can still glance it to death. And the horrifying Termagants will take down 1 or 2 bikes by themselves. You watch. That's what they do. Trigon will head towards the bikes as well. Hormagaunts are going to try to scale the cliffs, moving 5 inches forward. That won't allow them to scale. Let's move right up to it. These Hormagaunts I'm not going to row for. I'm just going to move them up there 6 inches. Termagants will advance as well. The warrior will come lumbering around with the Termagants swarming around it.
End of the movement, I'm going to have Interceptor kick off with the 2 Twin Link Las Cannons.
I will jink, I have to, otherwise I will not survive this.
Looking for 5s to hit, Twin Linked.
Oh, 2 hits already.
And then Twin Linked for 3 hits. 2s to wound.
2 wounds. 4 up jink save. Saves 1. Saves 1, down to 4 wounds.
Last cannon over here is going to do the same thing into him. 5 to hit.
Oh, I got him.
2 to wound.
Oh, no. I was really hoping that... Okay, good. He jinxed that one.
Last up, quad gun's going to do the same thing. See if we can't put some more wounds on him. 5s to hit.
Oh, no.
Twin linked. No.
Please.
2s to wound.
2 wounds. 4 up, jinx save. Oh, it takes 2 more wounds getting down to 2. Now he has to take a grounding test. 3+, he's fine. Okay, good. Otherwise the heavy bolters would have easily finished him off. Termagants all turn, start unloading their flesh borers into the Chimera. You can't jink, he stayed still. Oh, you jinked! How did I miss? He's like a foot in front of me. Doesn't even glance. These 3 Termagants are going to kill one of the bikes. 4s to hit, 2 hits. 5s to wound. Oh, didn't happen. Trigon will fire its bioelectric pulse. Looking at 4s to hit, 3 hits. 4s to wound. Oh, 2 wounds.
4 up armor save.
Oh, they're fine. Even though this Hive Crone is jinking, it lets loose 2 of its tentaclids, which wildly fly at the bunker. 6s to hit. No, and they miss. Termagants will run 6 inches and use that to jump up. Hormagants here will run fleet 9 inches and actually get on top. These Hormagants will run, re-roll, also going 9 inches. It's 3 inches up so they can move 6 inches forward. Warrior will run 5 and the Termagants will run 4 as they try to keep up with the attack. In the assault phase, the Trigon is going to charge the bikes to soak up the Overwatch. You want to Overwatch?
Yeah. Start off with the rapid fire grenade launcher. See if I can cause a wound. Show me 6s to hit.
Nope.
Throw 1 crack grenade at you. Nope. And last but not least, 1 twin linked bolter. Uh-huh.
Twin linked? Oh.
A single 6 out of all those.
No. Need a 5-inch charge. Whoa! We're in. Trigon slithers forward at a drastically fast speed for something this big and slams into the 2 bikes. Hormagants will charge 6 inches. I'm not going to worry about fleet. And then the Termagants obviously are going to be in 5 inches. So, here we go. Trigon's Hammer of Wrath at strength 6. Wounds.
My 4 up armor save.
It's fine. 2 Hormagants get to go first at initiative 5, hitting on 4s. 3 hits. Wounding on 6s. Nothing. And then everybody else. I'll do my guys first. 3 Termagants. Hitting on 4s. 2 hits. And 6s. We got a wound.
My 4 up armor save.
Fine. But then we got the Trigon with his 7 attacks on the charge, hitting on 3s. Oh, 6 hits. Wounding on 3s as well. No saves at all. And he takes all 4 of them down. But before they go down, they get to attack back.
Start off with this biker going to the Termagants. This biker is going to go into the Hormagants, and the other 2 into the Trigon. 1 attack into the Termagants.
Misses.
Same thing into the Hormagants, looking for 3s. There's a hit. 3s to wound.
6 up save. Oh, it just glances off its carapace.
Crack grenade going to the Trigon. Show me a 4 to hit. 4s to wound.
Got him. 3 up armor save. Not saved. The crack grenade takes a chunk off the Trigon.
Last biker attacking, 4 to hit. He does hit. 6 to wound.
Oh, he wounds too. And, oh, it gets through. So what actually happened was the Trigon came barreling in and it picked up these bikes with its tail and it swallowed them whole. But as they went down, the one guy unpinned a crack grenade and the other guy just held out his sword all the way down and took 2 of his wounds down with them. And these ones just, fell sheer awe. because they died. Let's consolidate the Trigon 1 inch. He's too busy munching on the rather spicy food. Hormagaunts will go 6, and the Termagants will go 3. I'm just going to move these guys up a little bit. Over the Vox, you can hear the transmissions from the Apothecary coming in. Apothecary coming in. They're not too far away. ETA, just a few more minutes. Just hold on tight.
Torox is going to pivot ever so slightly.
Not counting as moving, so the last cannon inside can somehow poke out of those tiny little slits and fire.
Landspeeder just going to move himself to over here.
Yeah, any more than 6 and your flamers inside can't fire.
I'm going to have him probably drive a little bit forward and then pivot.
Turn around and put a heavy flamer right into the Termagants.
That's the idea. And pivot. For orders, I'm going to do first rank, second rank.
Leadership test. Yep, they received their own order over the sound of everything the Chimera is doing.
Lasgun shot's going to go into the Termagants.
3 shots with first rank, second rank. Hitting twice. Forest of wounds. 1 wound with a 6-up save. Oh, it just reflects off of the carapace.
Heavy bolter now. Looking for 4s to hit.
Oh, nothing.
Heavy flamer time.
Yeah, that's what the heavy flamer's for. You're going to hit 3 of them. 2s to wound, no saves. So 3 of them just totally burninated. Snapfire the multi-laser. 6s. Snapfire the stubber. 6s. No.
Heavy bolters here going to snapfire into the Hive Crone.
I'm not going to jink, because if I jink, then he's just useless, and you'll just blow him up with these last cannons next turn.
Yeah.
Because right now, all your automated defenses are cooling down from interceptor fire. 6s to hit. Oh, he got 1 hit. It's 4s to wound, no saves. He's got 2 wounds left, but then he could get grounded. Nothing. Okay. He survives.
5 shots with the bolters and bolt pistol. 6s.
1 hit. 5s to wound for these guys. Nope. He is unscathed.
Autocannon from the Torax going into the Trigon. 4s to hit. Twin linked. Twin linked.
That's better. 3s to wound. 1 wound. Well, so far his armor sucked. Oh, look at that. It actually barely stopped it.
Last cannon's going to shoot out of the firing port into him. 4 to hit.
2s to wound, no saves. Oh no! But watch out, there's a rapid fire last gun.
He's got this for sure.
Oh no.
Saul squad's going to put shots into the Trigon now. They got to finish him off.
Now, does Saul not fire to make everybody hitting on 2s rather than 3s? Or does he fire to get the extra shot?
Saul never fires.
Saul never fires.
2s to hit.
Oh, you were totally right. That would have been 2 crack missiles missing. 2s to wound, preferred enemy, no saves. Oh, and boom, boom, boom. Trigon goes down. So you might say Saul never fires, but he is definitely responsible for the death of that Trigon.
Landspeeder, the Flamer Squad on board, is going to take the first shot.
What are they targeting?
They will target the Hormagaunts.
Oh, so sorry, the heavy flamer? Or the
Yes.
flamers? Heavy.
Sorry, the heavy flamer.
So they're targeting the Hormagaunts. Okay. So then he has to try to cover both Hormagaunts, which he does, and still gets 2 Termagants.
2 on the Termagants.
2s, 1 dies, and then 2 on the Hormagaunts. Oh, only 1 dies. Well, that's a good thing, because you can still fire your grenade launcher. So 1 and 1.
Cerberus Launcher is going to take a shot now. See how far it goes.
Right on, which does not hit the Termagant. 4s to wound. Got him.
Flamer's on board.
I think you can only hit 1.
Yeah, I'm only going to be able to get 1.
So 2 hits in total, because there's 2 flamers. 3s to wound. Oh, they're gone anyways.
Miners inside the bunker here are going to take shots into the Hormagaunts. 3 shots hitting on 5s.
Oh, wow. These guys are crack shots. They keep hitting their targets way more than they should. 4s to wound. 4 up cover. Oh, okay. 1 of them actually only hits. It is enough, though, to make the other one run, because they're not quite in synapse range, the 6-inch synapse range of that warrior. 1 leadership test, morale test on this Hormagaunt, leadership 6. Oh, it is unaware of the other dead Hormagaunt. And the remainder of the Termagants watching their burning friends don't care. And they stay. And then a Biovore marches on, thankfully out of range of Saul's squad in the first turn, and a bunch of scuttly creatures are coming all around him. The huge hole in the ground left by the Trigon, all of a sudden 2 warriors emerge from it. And a single Ravener pops up, and actually might hit his head on your Tarox. Yep, you hear a gunk on the underbelly of the Tarox, and the poor thing is delayed. Sorry, a 2 is actually that the opponent gets to place it, so Josh decided to put it as far away from his troops as possible. See if these 2 Hormagaunts regroup? They don't, so they are running far, far away. And these Termagaunts, sensing a weak spot in the side of the Chimera, move to that side. And the Ravener also continues running further 7 inches back. The Hive Crone is very angry at the guys inside, so it's going to drop down into swooping mode. It knows it's dead, it senses its end is coming, so it swoops down so that it doesn't have to go 12 inches forward and be too far to actually hit the guys inside. Hormagaunts move through cover a wonderful 2 inches. I guess they're not really leaving this area. Termagants, I am not going to move through cover because I need to get out of the way of that Drool Cannon, so they're just going to go straight this way. The lowly Hormagaunt over here goes 3 inches through the trench. Difficult terrain for the warrior, so 5 inches total. And these Termagaunts will just stay at the ground level. And then we have a trio of lictors. One humongous group of them emerge from the brush. And finally, one group of Hormagaunts outflanks on the side with these lictors, being led in by the pheromone trails of the lictors. The shooting phase, the 2 Termagaunts are going to fire. One connects with the Chimera and does not glance. Just going to run all these guys really quick. Termagaunts 2, Biovore 4, and the Hormagaunts will go 8. Hormagaunts will bound forward, noting the Ravener, who is hightailing it the opposite way. And this Ravener will run 4 inches, just trying to get back towards where he wanted to be. Drool Cannon. So this thing just spews all sorts of drool. That's right, it's drool. It's not acid, it's drool. And it goes all into the grooves right here. Can't hurt the bunker, but it does D6 automatic hits to the guys inside. These are D6 strength 6 AP 4 hits. So pretty much whatever I roll here will probably be dead scouts. 4. So here are the guys inside. 2s to wound. So we got 4 wounds, no saves. So you have to randomize who gets hit.
Randomize who gets to live because 4 are dying. So we'll go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6 is a reroll.
2. So a heavy bolter gets to survive that. And the other ones get totally covered in drool. And then a haywiring tentaclid will be fired at the bunker as well, hitting on a 4. Nope, it misses too. I'm gonna run these warriors 2 inches. And run these Hormagaunts 9. Let's see. Yeah, they can get up there. So they're gonna come right to the edge of this building. So next turn they could scale it if they roll a 6 for difficult terrain. Lictors will run 2 with Fleet, revealing their position to just basically get in the way. Be like, if you don't take care of us now, you're dead. So we have reserves to roll for the Space Marines. The Thunderhawk is a little further behind. The Storm Raven and Storm Talon trying to get ahead as far as they can. So we're going to roll for the Storm Raven and Storm Talon separately, and then the Thunderhawk separately. But this turn will be 3 pluses for them to come in, and then next turn we can start rolling for the Thunderhawk. So let's roll for the Storm Raven first, which has a good complement of guys. And he comes in. The Storm Talon is a little behind, which is kind of funny considering how fast he is. Storm Raven arrives carrying a Dreadnought and a small combat squad of Space Marines, of Tactical Marines. I should point out before you fly on that we're not using the Death from the Sky stuff for this, not because I don't like it, but because it would overcomplicate what we're trying to achieve here. So we're just, all flyers can choose to Skyfire if they want, and that's not going to be too big a deal here. Storm Raven!
He's going to fly on in. On an angle just like that.
You gonna drop off your Dreadnought and or the guys inside?
I'm thinking about it. I don't think I want the boots on the ground yet, so no. Chimera here is going to pivot a little bit. Move forward.
Oh, let the Biovore live.
Pivot again. No. Move forward his last little bit. Land Speeder is going to move up.
Any more than 6 and the guys inside can't fire their flamers. I think that'll work.
Tyrus is going to pivot. Figure out the best way to pivot for him. Just like
To
that.
expose the fire points.
Quad Gun is going to take shots into the Hive Crone.
And I will jink. Otherwise, he's for sure dead.
Looking for 5s. Twin linked.
Ooh, nothing. But
So far.
twin linked. 1. Choose to wound. It wounds him, but he's got a 4-up jink, so does it wound him? It does. And he's already in swooping mode, so he won't get grounded.
Heavy Bolter inside the bunker is going to shoot the Hive Crone. 3s to hit.
Oh, only 1 hit. Forced to wound. That's a wound. But he is already jinking. 4 up. No, he goes down to the Heavy Bolter. Heavy Bolter just finishes off the already severely wounded Hive Crone, and it dives to the ground.
Heavy Flamer from the Land Speeder is going to take shots into the Lictors.
Kill all 3.
Looking for 3s to wound.
Oh, he kills the first Lictor, bathing it in flame, salamander style.
Cerberus Launcher up next. We're on top of his head. Where's it scattered to?
Back 4 inches. It actually explodes as it comes out of the barrel, hitting yourself. 6 is to glance. No, does no damage.
Squad inside now with their flamers.
So 2 flamers. 4 is to wound, no saves. Oh, only 1 wound. But then you got 3 last guns too. Rapid fire last guns hitting on 4s. 3 hits. 5s to wound. Nothing.
Saul Squad is going to take shots into those 2 warriors.
Saul gonna fire?
Of course he's not.
Yeah, not when he's not the one carrying the missile launcher.
So 2s to hit.
Oh, see, he wasn't needed. 2s to wound. 3 insta-killing wounds, but they are covered by the bunker. So we're looking at 4 up cover. And 1 gets insta-killed. And 3 snipers. 2s and then 4s. 6s being AP2. Oh, it doesn't matter. It's 4 up save regardless. He takes 2 more wounds and survives with 1 wound.
Taurox take shots with its autocannons into the Lictors.
Twin linked, hit on 4s. Misses, misses. Hits and misses. 2s to wound. With a 6 up cover save. Not save, down to 1 wound. And the occupants, what do they want to fire at?
Occupants. I'm actually going to take a shot with the last cannon into that warrior.
4s to hit. And then you got 2 shots from a last gun. 1 hit, wounding on a 5. Could finish him off. Nope.
Going to Machine Spirit one of the wing-mounted missiles into that warrior.
Hitting on a 3. And wounding on a 2, no saves. Boom! Missile comes flying in as a Storm Raven swoops in and explodes the last warrior.
Missile launcher off the front going into the Lictors.
Assuming you're doing crack missiles.
You bet.
3s to hit. 2s to wound. Insta-killing. Which is unfortunate because he's already down to 1 wound. 6 up cover. And he just explodes.
Hurricane Bolter up next into that other Lictor.
Hitting on 3s, twin linked. Not in rapid fire range. And then wounded on 4s. Eesh, just 1 wound. And not saved. So he's down to 2 wounds.
Looking at my options, I'm going to fire another wing mount missile into him.
So hitting on a 3. Oh!
Plasma Cannon's going to try to take a shot into him.
Gets hot roll. Does not get hot. Centered on the Lictor, twin linked. That'll miss him because it's 2 inches. Actually, no, I don't think it'll miss him because he's pretty wide base. Let's double check it. No, it does hit. It needs 3 inches to miss him. That's right. 2s to wound. Strength 7 AP2 with a 6 up cover save. And he's down to 1 wound.
Here we're going to have the Heavy Flamer try to take a shot into the Biovore.
Oh. No, he can't reach the Biovore.
Changing my mind there. Been playing too much of a different game. We're going to have the...
War Machine.
That's it.
You can say it. It's not
Going
forbidden.
to ruin the immersion. We're going to have the multi-laser take shots into the Biovore. Looking for 4s to hit.
Oh! Snapfire the stubber?
Yes.
You never know, right? Nope.
Snapfire the heavy bolter out of the top hatch into the
Termagants?
6s.
Nope. You want to rapid fire your last gun then?
I might as well.
On 4s. Wow, that was really underwhelming. Good job, Chimera. On to automated defenses. We got the 2 last cannons that are going to turn on themselves. This looks safe. Fire at the Hormagaunts. And if they make a cover save, you automatically hit the bunker.
Not sure if that's how that works.
It should. Miss it anyways. You're snap firing.
Yep.
6s again.
Twin link.
Nope. And this one will fire at this Hormagaunt. Snap fire. Yeah, no. Hormagaunts are going to try to scale up. I need a 6-inch move through cover, and if I make it, I'll be right beside him. Here we go. Oh, we got it. Hormagaunts come bounding up. We'll have to leave a couple behind. Lictor uses what little brains it has. Oh, we forgot to do a leadership test on it last game, or last turn. Leadership 10. Okay, it's not running away. And it's going to go right in front so that there's no overwatch from the guys inside because they can't see it. Termagants will keep harassing this Chimera. And these ones will try to harass it as well, getting as many into the side armor as we can, because it can't hurt the front. See if that Ravener keeps falling back? He does 3d6 inches. We'll take him another 10 inches. Back to here. Hormagaunts will continue to stream forward with this Biovore, gunk, gunk, probably in range of Saul's squad now. This Ravener, I'm going to run him at the same time, just because he's obviously pretty far away, so 17 inches in total, being a beast. Hormagaunt, move through cover, 6 inches, wow, 666. And then difficult terrain for the Warrior, 5 inches, it's just going to jump up. Move through cover for these Termagants, 6 inches, they're just going to use that to hop, skip, and jump through this trench. Hormagaunts right here, 4 inches. That'll get them forward a little bit. And Termagants, 3 inches. Will not get, well, I guess it gets, no, it doesn't really. Let's move up. Let's do some runs over here while we're at it. Hormagaunts will run with Fleet, a 7-inch run. They can see the Stormraven coming, so they're going to try to close the distance to that as soon as they can. Termagants will go a full 2 inches, just flying over the side of that, with the Hormagaunt going 9 inches. So let's drop him over here. And the Warrior kind of likes being in the trenches, so he's going to just stick around here. While the Termagants at the back, 5 inches will get them up the cliff. All these Hormagaunts are going to use Fleet to go 7 inches in total. Heading towards the hill, towards all the dead Hormagaunt bodies are. 2 Termagants are on the side arc, so 4s to hit, 1 hit with 6s to glance. Nothing, and the 2 back here, the back, hitting on 4s. 6s to glance, nothing. With a sickening convulsion of its muscles, the Biovore hurls a Spore Mine into the air after Saul's squad, dropping right down on top of the missile launcher. And it scatters, but he can actually see, so it's only going 3 inches. 3 inches gets it back to the edge of the wall, so we're still going to hit 2 of them. 4 is to wound, 1 wound on a missile launcher guy.
I do get my 2-up cover save though.
Yeah, because Saul has stealth and they have camel cloaks, and then they're in the bastion kind of thing, so 4-up cover. 2 flesh hook shots into the Tarox, hitting on 4s without the scatter die. Ooh, and then strength 6 versus your armor 11, so 5s to glance. We got 1 pen, which does just a shaken.
We get the leadership test out of the way now for the guys inside.
They're fine, they're not snap firing. And the Lictor will assault in, obviously making that charge. And the Hormagaunts will charge, and you can overwatch.
Start off by snap firing the crack missiles. Show me 6s.
Whoa!
2s to wound.
Yeah, that's 2.
4 bolt pistols now, looking for 6s.
Nope. It took them too long to pull out their bolt pistols, but the 2 crack missile guys are ready, and boom! 2 Hormagaunts go down. Charge will be 9 inches. It will be through difficult, which means I'll be at initiative 1. So you might actually be able to just fend these guys off before they do any damage. The Lictor leaps onto the Tarox, its huge scything talons and rending claws trying to destroy it, hitting on 3s, and it manages to start raking apart 3 of the spots. Strength 6 against armor 10, and unfortunately only tears off a little bit of its armor, glancing it down to 1 hull point. And then here the Hormagaunts are initiative 1, so you guys can pile in and then try to do some damage. He's not in, but the other ones are.
Saul and his scouts swinging in, looking for 3s to hit. Not too shabby. 3s to wound now.
Oh, 4 wounds.
Preferred.
Oh, with preferred enemy. 5 wounds. 6 up armor, they are dead. As they come crawling up, 2 of the missile launcher guys just look over the edge and blow 2 of them up. And then Saul pulls out his close combat weapon, countercharges, and tears them to pieces.
And consolidating back to where they were before.
We do have some more reserves. We can start rolling for the Thunderhawk. Basically, once the Thunderhawk arrives, the game will probably be over. But let's roll first for the Storm Talon, 3+. Yep, and then the Thunderhawk, it is in.
I have such a temptation to run away with this right now.
Go, go, go!
Big old Thunderhawk's going to come and land, or sorry, fly into right here.
Yeah, I was going to say, it's not landing. You can't land around here. Although you can switch to hover mode. But yeah, there it is. It sees you, Biovore.
Our other flyers coming in right to here. Drop him down into hover mode so I can drop off the Dreadnought. He's going to end up moving 6. And the squad's going to jump out of the front. Torok's going to drive backwards just a little bit. And pivot. Landspeeder is going to fly himself over this way. He is going to move backwards a little bit and pivot. I'm so excited for this. We're going to throw 3 of the missiles off of him into that Biovore.
3 Hellstrike missiles, strength 8, AP 3, all insta-killing. Hitting on 3s. Wounding on 2s. He's out in the open, so don't roll double 1. And you got him. 3 huge missiles come streaking in and boom! Huge explosion rips through the forest. And the nearby shrubbery lights on fire and a tree shakes a little bit.
Turbo laser up top is going to go into the Hormagaunts there.
Seems like a good target for a destroyer weapon. It's a large blast destroyer. Not overkill whatsoever. Oh, 5 inches, so you totally miss. And we destroy the shrubbery instead. I'm removing it. I know that's not in the rules anymore. But boom! You destroyed that shrubbery, you monster.
Heavy bolter time, so we'll do 1 set of heavy bolters into this squad, another set into that squad, 3rd into this squad.
And then the 4th one
will be into the Hormagaunts straight ahead.
Yeah, you can only see there. The sponson. So these 3 ones, 3 Hormagaunts first, 3s to hit, 2s to wound. So they get hosed down. Then we got these 3 Termagants, 3s to hit, twin linked, 3s to wound. And one of them gets hosed down. These 5 right here, with the one up front that can see them without any cover. Twin linked, hitting on 3s, wounding on 2s. And they get, well, 3 of them get destroyed. And the last heavy bolter, 3s to hit, twin linked, and then 2s to wound. And hoses 3 of these ones down.
Missile launcher here is going to take shots into the warrior. 3s to hit.
Not twin linked, but 2s to wound, insta killing. But he is in cover, 4 up. Oh, insta killed. Boom!
Machine Spirit the Hurricane Bolter into these guys.
Not rapid fire, so 3 shots, twin linked, hitting on 3s. And then 3s to wound, no saves. All these poor guys. He's got hosed by a heavy bolter and a hurricane bolter.
Autocannon from Torox into the Lictor.
Hitting on 4s and wounding on 2s. 6 up cover though, double 6, he's alive. Nope, it gets torn apart by the autocannon.
Chimera's going to drop the Heavy Flamer.
3 of them. 2s to wound, no saves. 3 die. Burn to death. Snapfire Stubber. Snapfire Multi-Laser. Nothing.
Lasguns going into these guys.
So 2 of them from the hatch.
Should be 6s.
Nope, 4s.
Oh yeah.
6 inches. The heavy bolter would be snapfiring.
True.
And then 4s to wound. No, nothing.
Land Speeder is going to fire its heavy bolter into...
Heavy flamer, you mean?
Yeah, that's it.
Choose to wound. I got the 1. Then the Cerberus can't be fired because it'll hit the building.
Heavy bolter that's still alive in there is going to shoot into him.
3's to hit. 2's to wound. Yeah, he's dead. And then we got 3 bolters into the Hormigaunt. 3's to hit. And then 3's to wound. No saves. He should be dead. It's gone. I figured.
Saul and his boys are going to shoot the missile launchers into that Ravener. Saul is, of course, going to forego his shooting, so show me 2's to hit.
Preferred enemy. 2's to wound. Preferred enemy. He's got a 5-up cover, though. Watch out. Yeah, he's dead. Wow. Did he even need insta-killing for him to die? And without rolling, Hormagaunts are going to run, Raveners going to run, Termagants are going to run, and these Termagants are going to run as well. Feeling the amount of firepower goes against their natural instinctive behaviors of survival. And as a Space Marine victory, although there are some losses, to see how well those scouts have survived and any upgrades that we have at this point too. First thing we have to do is see who survived. Now that we have the Apothecary here, we get +1 to all the rolls. In other words, for a Space Marine to survive, it needs to pass a 3+, and for a Space Marine Sergeant, it's a 2+. And so that'll make things a little more survivable now that the Apothecary is here to tend the wounds directly, rather than waiting, for them to get transported back to the keep. So let's start with Nathaniel's squad. You want to roll for Nathaniel first? 2+. He is alive, so he'll get to upgrade. And then we have the 4 guys. We don't have to worry about rolling for them separately because their weapons are always salvageable. And 2 of them are permanently dead. So I'll just remove those 2 bolter guys for now, and the other 2 stand up. Wow. Then we have the bike sergeant, who is fine on a 2+. He is okay, and we have 3 bikes that are okay on 3+. Nope, one of them is permanently dead. Roll for the bike. 4+. The bike is okay. Nope, the bike is gone as well. And so this one will be gone. And these guys will stand back up. If we had a Tech Marine here, we'd probably give you a +1 on that roll for the bike. Looking at upgrades, we're not going to upgrade the Apothecary, the Dreadnought, or basically anything that just showed up this game, except for the PDF because they were here from the very beginning. So we're just going to upgrade the Scouts, the Miners, and the PDF. So let's start with Saul, being our big champ. What upgrade does he get on the chart? 6 is, let's randomize it. It'll either be attacks, initiative, attacks or initiative. And so it's going to be initiative. So he'll be initiative 5. Then we've got Sergeant Nathaniel. Roll 2d6 to see what he gets. 10 is you get to choose one of the skill trees and roll on it.
I'm going to have him roll on the leader table.
5 is preferred enemy. Hey, that's pretty darn good. The Minor Sergeant survived this game, so he gets to do his first upgrade because the other guy died last game. And he gets to roll on a table.
He's going to roll on infiltration because I'm not sure what else I should roll on.
He's been learning from the Space Marines. So he can charge even if he's scout or infiltrated.
Yeah, he's going to get one of those 2 rules.
Then we have the Sergeant of the kind of special weapons squad. Let's see what upgrade he gets. He gets to choose a tree.
I'm going to try to roll on the speed table for him.
4. Hey, they get +1 move, run, and charge. Not bad. Then we've got the commander of this little PDF squad division area, and he is going to get to roll on a table.
I'm going to try for speed on these guys too.
3 is move through cover. You know what? Not bad. And lastly, the sergeant of the regular squad. 6 is +1 attacks or initiative. So 4+ initiative. So attacks. So he's got 2 base attacks. Yay for him. And last thing before the next game, Josh has a chance here because he's at weapons cache to reorganize his guys. He's not allowed to add things that are illegal. For example, he can't be like, I want everybody now to have missile launchers. But he can still retain things that are technically illegal because we think it's interesting to see Scout Devastators and double heavy bolters. So would you like to change anything around with your Scouts?
I think what I'm going to do is have the one fellow here with a sniper rifle, exchange it for a bolter, and join the squad.
Just to get them back up to their minimum size strength?
Yes.
Awesome. So this is the way the army looks as we go into the next game, which will be in the MiniWarGaming Vault at the link in the video description below. So I hope that you enjoyed this. Stay tuned for more of the Tyrus incident. Thanks for watching, and happy wargaming.